this was the marine, these came out of boats. So this is kind of just a nice little running engine.
47-year-old Robbie Peter has been collecting engines since 14 years old. He now has tons of them from the 1900s. This is only a small part of his collection he's showcasing at the annual Pacific Coast Dream Machine in Half Moon Bay.
Are these all gas powered?
Yeah, everything we have here today is gasoline or propane because the oil fields, they had natural gas. It was a byproduct coming out of the ground, so they basically had natural gas where we have to run it on propane.
Hobbyists and collectors alike share and trade parts to fix their engines because he says you can't get the parts from a regular auto parts store. How does he collect and expand his collection? It comes down to luck, he says.
Like earlier today, a guy came to me and said, hey, I have an old hammer mill. I want it to go to a good home. So he actually gave it to us I'm going to restore it when I get it.
The craft holds a special place in his heart.
Unfortunately, there's not as many younger generation that are collecting because I don't know if they have the interest, but I believe everything revolves, and eventually we will get a younger generation to come back and start collecting when I'm old.
What kind of steam engine are we looking at here?
This was a simple logging steam donkey, and it was built in 1903. And so it was used to haul logs in the woods from where they were cut down to a landing where they could be loaded on a train.
I love the loud planes. It's neat. The little ones that you see taking off here all the time don't make quite that much noise, so it's cool to hear the loud engines and check it out. There's some cool military vehicles here, and this the bomber-looking airplanes are cool. So yeah, it's been fun.
Even at this festival, you get a chance to ride on World War II vehicles. And it's from the American Armory Museum, and it's the first time arriving at this festival.
One collector wanted to support veterans and show people what soldiers went through.
What got me into the military collecting is one, I believe in our military. Although I was never in the military, I support our military. You get excited about bringing back history. If you're a history buff and you love history, it's nice to drive the real thing.
This is General Patton's actual Jeep.
The war, like cars and the airplane, lots of the war stuff was really cool because my dad was in the Army, so it reminded me of... And my grandpa was in the Army. Yeah.
And what about you? What did you like the most?
I liked when we went in the jumpy house and we sticked our head in the airplane.
This is the Dream Machine's 30th year, making a return from a 3-year hiatus out of the pandemic.
I like it a lot.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yes.
Part of the history. That humping is part of history.
Part of history.
Yes. Yeah. It was in the real World War.
That's the variety of this show. It's the only show like it in the world. You know, there's a lot of car shows around, there's a lot of airplane shows around, but there's nothing that combines everything.
From this, we've gotten into the technology we have now. And so it's still good for me to know about it because I think it's relevant for learning new stuff and keeping the old stuff going.
The annual event sends its proceeds to nonprofits like the Coastside Adult Health Center.
It's a nonprofit that takes care of about 50 older folks who can't take care of themselves. And we take care of them for 4 hours a day. And this is our biggest fundraiser, the Dream Machine.
Reporting in Half Moon Bay, California, David Lamb, NTD News.